court. You're scared. Where's he at? Who got him? When this brother is on, there is no one in the NBA that scares you more than 37-year-old Steph Curry. Nobody.
You know who I'm looking at for this? You agree with him? Who is the most feared player in the NBA? Is it Steph?
I wouldn't go far as say it's Steph Curry. Listen, he's very respectable. Everyone knows Steph Curry, if not the best point guard that ever played the game, right? But I gotta disagree with you right there. See, and you know who I'm gonna go to? And I know this not gonna be your favorite, but I'm gonna talk about number 2 over there with the Clipper Nation, baby. I'm going with Kawhi.
You got
Leonard.
to be crazy.
I'm going with
I can't
Kawhi
believe you just
and
said
the reason
that.
why,
Ridiculous.
and the reason why is because Kawhi healthy is a total different player.
God.
A total different player.
If
And we talking about offensively? We talking offensively? Yes, Steph Curry is definitely.
Give me the ball. Take the ball from you.
Listen, offensively, Steph Curry, listen, you know you have to 3-4 guys have to be on him. But Kawhi Leonard, offensively, defensively, you don't want him even near the ball. They're going to sort out Steph Curry defensively, and we both know that. We both know that Steph is definitely a liability on defense. We know that. So we're going to have to build your game plan around protecting him defensively. Kawhi Leonard, offensively, defensively, and the way he carries teams.
Something wrong with you, Marcus.
When he's healthy,
Something's wrong with
the best way to be fair enough. The most way to be fair enough. I'm sorry to say it.
Marcus has had you've had a killer first day.
I'm sorry to say it.
And you've been fantastic.
You had to have one L. You couldn't go undefeated today. You had to take an L. That take is an L. I mean, he's
horrible.
And especially on the strength that you just came back from downplaying Nikola Jokic into Kawhi Leonard.
I didn't downplay him. You said top 20. We talking about the top.
But why didn't you respond?
I told you what
the answer was, and I thought I was only going to go at Stephen A. for saying Steph is the most feared. The answer was the guy we just talked about. Perk, you know I'm right. It's Nikola Jokic. That is a guy who can win a series.
Ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
SGA strikes more fear in the
And so can Kawhi Leonard. Outside of injuries, so can Kawhi.
Can you say outside of injuries?
We have to, because injuries is a part of the game.
Okay.
Particularly his game. A huge part of his game. It's like his secret weapon.
Listen, I don't have Perk right now. I can try to make it happen for you.
It's okay. Let him say, I don't need him.
It's okay.
Stay right where you are.
I'm right there.
Stay right where you are. Stay right where you are. It don't matter whether it's here, whether it's here. You going around. Where the hell is he at? What's going on? This is Steph Curry that we are talking about. The minute this brother steps past half court, does he have a limit? Does he have a range that you can definitively look at and say he ain't gonna make that shot? He can literally step past half court, pull up, and you are fearful. This is the one guy, Molly. Hold on. This is the one guy. This is what Steph Curry does. How many times in our lives watching an NBA game have we seen defenders try to block a shot, miss, and say, oh, damn, and they don't even look at the basket because they know, there you go, you fought one of them, which makes what you said even worse. You got to be Kawhi Leonard. Oh, my God.
Okay, what did Perk just say to you, though? You only focus on one side of the ball. Perk just said that to you.
I'm talking about fear.
Yeah.
So a guy,
and it's two sides of fear.
I'm not taking away from Kawhi being elite as a defender once upon a time.
Offensive players. Offensive players.
He's money. He's the brother big time. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard when healthy is big time.
I'm happy to just hear you say that part. I'm happy to hear you say that part.
I only get on him about his lack of availability. That's it. But when you have a guy you have to keep your head on a swivel. When you have guys like J.R. Smith on social media telling stories about how Matthew Dellavedova had to be hospitalized and oxygenated because he had to guard Steph Curry. When you see and hear stories of cats and how they take some time to recover, or they dread covering them because of his conditioning, his movement without the basketball, and his marksmanship, the combination of the three. No, what in God's name scares an opponent more than something like that?
Let me ask you a question. Over the course of a series, as we get to the playoffs, are you going to fear Steph in the same way you'll feel other players? Because tonight, I'll tell you who hasn't feared Steph, the Lakers, who are attempting to sweep the Warriors tonight to end that season series.
Okay.
So over the course of a series, can Steph Curry still be that guy that can put the team on his back and win a series?
You're talking about production. I'm talking about ability and the fear factor that comes with, oh, my God, if this guy gets out. Let's look at the Memphis Grizzlies the other night. Did you see their face when he hit the 5 3-pointers in the first half? Did you see them?
That's like this. Are we surprised anymore?
But what I'm saying is that I'm not talking about what others can do. I'm talking about the way he does it. The combination of his conditioning, his movement, and his marksmanship. There is nothing that scares somebody more like, oh my God, I got to cover this dude. Is somebody going to help me? We got to cover him by committee. I can't be running around chasing him all day. He'll hospitalize people just off of that alone. This is what we're talking about. How can Kawhi Leonard? Oh my God, Kawhi Leonard.
You think people are staying up all
I'm
night?
standing on it.
Oh my God.
I'm standing on it.
You gonna stand on it?
I'm standing on it.
That's your teammate.
I'm standing on it. And I see the work that he put in every day, and I know the love that he had for this game. Kawhi Leonard is on that court.
Okay.
Marcus, let me ask you this. If I polled all the coaches in the NBA and the top players, who would they say? If I took a consensus of everyone. Take both of you out of it.
The player? Or my players?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Uh-huh. Go ahead, man. What's up?
Steph Curry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you, baby. I can't.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about here. It's Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
It's Steph Curry we're talking about here.
But
is there a little fear for SGA?
I feel like,
There's got to be some fear for SGA.
No, I'm not respect and a healthy fear, sure. But I'm just talking. I'll use the word petrified.
You mean dread. You're talking about dread.
Listen. In the first quarter,
we know what
if Steph Curry rolls out, let's just say for the sake of argument, first quarter he rolls out, he has 3 3-pointers. You're like, oh, damn. And you're looking. Remember years ago, college basketball, give you a college basketball moment. Duke is playing Georgia Tech. Kenny Anderson, Lethal Weapon 3, Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver, and the boys. And Kenny Anderson comes down and he just dances on Bobby Hurley. And he danced on him, put a move, laid it in. Dick Vitale's going crazy. Oh my God, he's a PT, all of this other stuff. Bobby Hurley ran to Shep, because Shefsky's the time. He ran to Hurley, to Coach K crying because Kenny Anderson was putting it on him like that. I'm still using that as an example to point out.
I get it.
Steph Curry can make an opponent like that.
Okay, he agreed with you.
You're damn right.
So let me ask you this, Marcus. Is Steph
you asked me about the players.
Is Steph really the answer? You just felt like we need to put some respect on Kawhi's name, because I agree with you. We do need to put some respect on Kawhi's name on the show, and I'm looking at you. Yes, I am.
I do respect Kawhi Leonard.
Steve, just stop talking.
The player, not the one that's not available for 15 of the last 19 playoff games.
Last time I checked, I'm clear on your position. Okay, so you're saying the players, Steph Curry, and what about the coaches?
Yeah, it's a lot of that go into the game planning, right? Like I said earlier in the beginning when I talked about stuff. On the offensive side, very feared. On the defensive side, a liability with other teams, right? If I'm going into, let's see how we can get our easiest basket. I'm going at Steph Curry, right? But you know what he's going to do on the opposite end. But now you have to defend. We have to kind of get